Greetings, friend. Timberlake here, Smart Hobbies. Hope you're enjoying the month of Sudoku. We're near the end of it. I have a great treat for you, a new setter. He's giving me a puzzle. This is Spicy Wings by Amber Dot. Thank you so much, Amber Dot, for letting me feature your puzzles on this channel. I'm excited about this. It's called Spicy Wings. And in the Discord comments, she said, it's not too hard of a puzzle. Want to see if you can figure out how obvious the technique is in it. And I don't know what the technique is, but we'll figure that one out. With that, it's solving time. So today is going to be a Snyder solve. So based on difficulty, I'm going to solve this Snyder wise. So looking at the ones, we got 2 ones right there, and then looking at the 2s, we got 2 2s here in row 3, and then I'm going to look at I can solve for a 2 right here because of the 2s in columns 4 and 6. And then across row 4. All right, and then I can also solve for another 2 right here because of this 2 coming up column 3. Nice. And then 2 2, I can solve for 2 down here in block 9. Okay, and we got all the 2s. Nope, there's our last 2 right there. Let's move on to the 3s. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do. You know, I have 2 3s and 3, so 3s in 2 spots up here in block 1. I don't see another spot where I can do 3s. And of course, you know, you probably see this before, but Snyder notation is where at most, 2 spots on a block, I'll mark that candidate. Okay, if I deviate, I'll let you know. So for the 4s, what we have right here is a pointing pair of 4s. So the 4 come across row 4, column 7, and so now the 4s are locked out of this spot, but they're already because of that one, so I can actually just solve this for a 4 as well. And then now you have a 4 in columns 3 and 1, means only one place left for a 4. And then we have here another pointing pair of 4s. So the 4s are taking up these 2 spots in block 8. We have this 4 coming down. So 4 is only in those 2 spots. All right. In block 9, looking at the 5s, only 2 places for 5 up here in block 3 because of this 5 and actually that 5 as well. And any other 5s interaction, yeah, there's only 2 places for 5 here in block 5. And moving on to the 6s, I'm just kind of working my way to the numbers. So there's 2 places for a 6 here in block 5 because of row 5, column 5. And you move over here, there's 2 places for a 6 in block 6. And then because of this 6 in column 8, row 8 column and column 9, 2 places for a 6 right there. And we have 3 places for a 6, so I'm not going to mark that. And 3 places for a 6 in block 1 as well as block 7. 7s, speaking of 7s, okay, I see 7, 7, so 2 places for 7 here, so those 7s are actually a hidden pair. We're able to mark, and something else with a 7. So if this is a 5, 7, one of those 2 spots, what do we have left in here? We'd have a 1, 1, 3, and an 8, right? No, not 8's right there. I'm sorry. 1, 3, and a 6. So right here, that could be, a 3 or a 6. This could be a 1 or a 6, and that could be a 1 or a 3. I will mark that just because it's like a naked pair, or excuse me, a naked triple, and that way I can kind of fill out the rest of that block. So that's a little different than Snyder because I'm doing the naked triple, but it'll help me solve. Moving on to the 8s, I only see 1 8. Can't do anything with that, and then the 9s, 2 9s means 9s are limited to these 2 spots. 9 9 9 are limited to these 2 spots in block 2. Now this is a pointing pair, so that means a 9 has to be here, right? Because it has to be in these 2 spots. It can't be anywhere else in column 6, where I have one in column 5, and then in row 7. So bring that over, and we can actually solve this cell right here for a 9, and that's a 4. And if that's a 4, then we can solve this for a 4. Great. I love it when that kind of comes together. Anything else with the 9s? 2 spots for 9 there. Did I create more spaces for 9s? No, I don't see that. All right, so now we're going to look to see where do we have restrictions, right? So we can actually continue the solving. I might have missed some Snyders. Okay, the ones right here, for example, I can mark those as 1s, and the 1s are right there, limited in this spot. So this right here, because of basically. 1 can't be anywhere else along row 6, so 1 has to be right there. And so this would be now a 3 6 pair, and now we can solve that for 1 and that for 3. Nice. And then you come over here in block 4. What do we have left? 5, 8, and 9. So I'm going to mark that 5, 8, 5. I know there's a 7 right there, and 5, 8, 9. All right, and now let's kind of finish up here in column 2. So the 5, 8, 9, we have a 5. So I'm now to the point where I'm kind of filling in the rest of the block. So it is definitely a deviation from the Snyder as I fill in the rest of these blocks. 4, 4 actually can solve for a 4 right there. I might have missed that earlier, which put us a 4 right here. Nice. And then let's see if I think I solved all the 4s. Nice. Okay. Where else do we have restrictions? We have this 5, 7, 9 thing going on, so I'll put, or excuse me, 5, 7, 8. I'll put 5, 7, 8 there. That's just a 7 and an 8, and 5, 7, 8 there. Okay, now I'm looking for places that just have 2 or 3 cells remaining in the block. So right here, this is kind of a 1, 3, 6. Well, I actually have a 1 and 3 right there, so that's a 6, that's a 1, that's 3, and then I can solve. Since that's no longer 6, I can solve this for a 6, and I can solve that for 3, and that for a 1, and that for a 6. So that kind of unraveled a lot. This would be 5, 8, or excuse me, 5, 7, 8. So you have a 7, 8 right there, and then 7, 8 up here. Okay. So that's got now a naked pair. Let's move on to finish. What do we have here? 7 and 8 would also go here in column 8. So I'm seeing a lot of like 7s and 8s and quite a few 5s as well. I feel like those might be the restricted candidates we're going to be dealing with. Okay, looking for a 3, 5, 8 along row 8. So we can't have a 3 here, so that's a 5 and an 8. Okay, so no 3 here. Oh, and there's a 3 right there, so that's a 3. And then we have 5 and an 8. All right. Where's the next place of restriction? We can look at, I'm going to look, just kind of finish this. I'm curious about block 9 now. So you have 5, 7, 8, and you have a 7, 8. We're looking at 3, 5, 7, 8. No 3 there, so that's a 5, 7, 8. So that tells me that this has to be a 3. It's the only place left for 3 in column 9. And so now, let's see here. What else is missing 3s? It looks like 3 and a 3. I can solve that for a 3. And I think 3s are all done. Okay, I'm moving along. This is good. And what's left here? 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. So that has to be your 6. Because this is a naked triple, and we did mark that already. 6, 6. We can mark this for a 6. 6 and a 6 and 6. We can mark that for a 6. And I believe the 6s are done. So what's left in here? 5, 7, 8. Can't mark any of those. So we'll put 5, 7, 8. So right now I'm kind of filling the candidates. Right here, 5, 7, 8. Got a 7, so that's just a 5, 8. Okay, and then finish the rest of this. You're missing a 1, 5, 8. Oh, and there's a 1 coming down, so that's your 1, and then we got a 5, 8. Sweet. Okay, so 5, 7, 8 up here. We got a 5, so this is a 7, 8. So that's another naked triple. Those 3 different candidates, those 3 spots. And it looks like it's a 7, 8, 9 up here. Can I restrict those anymore? No. So 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, and the 9s are kind of limited to these 2 spots up there, which makes sense, and they're limited to, well, let's finish out the rest of block 1. I don't want to speak too fast. So you come across row 3, yeah, we got also another 5, 7, 8, because the 9's already taken, so 5, 7, 8, and it looks like, yeah, there's only 1 9 here, so I can actually solve that for a 9. Great. 9, that's a 9, that's a 9, so the 9 are in those 2 spots and are in those 2 spots. What's the rest of this? 5, 7, 8, 9, so another 5, 7, 8. A lot of 5, 7, 8s. So it looks like we filled out the rest of the grid. I don't see anything jumping out at me right now because it's just 5, 7s, 8s, and 9s. So there's got to be a different way to finish solving. These aren't like doubles or triples. So I'm going to look at the individual candidates now and see if there's something I can find. And I feel like the 8s are of interest to me. And yeah, I see something. So I think I see a skyscraper. So I'll mark it. Looking at the candidate 8s. All right. So right here, right, 8's in 2 spots in column 5 and column 8, but they have different tips. So that's a skyscraper, and they have the same base. So basically, either an 8's right here, or if an 8's not there, it'd have to be here. If an 8's here, that can't be there, and then that would be an 8. So an 8 has to be at least one of those 2 spots. So any spots these 2 see can't be an 8. So that can't be an 8, and then that cannot also be an 8. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. But I mean, that helps trim down our candidates a little bit. I didn't get to solve right away. And here, I'll put a link to my X-Wing and Skyscraper tutorial if you want more information on how to do those. But okay, I think there might be another type skyscraper that's going to help us solve, because that was pretty fruitful. Yeah, I see another one. So now looking across rows 5 and 8, and just kind of focus on the candidate 8, right? Either an 8 right here. If it's not there, it'll be there. You know, it's not there, it has to be here, right? And then this will be an 8, and vice versa. So any spots these 2 see can't be an 8. So that can't be an 8 right there. All right. And what that means is by can't limit that 8, the 8s are now limited to these 2 spots in block 7. So this can't be an 8 either. And if that can't be an 8, 5, 7, 5, so there's only one place left for an 8 here in row 3, and it's right there. And if that's an 8, that's a 5, that's a 7. I think we may have cracked that puzzle. Well, cool. You know, I was going through with the naked triples. I thought maybe that was the way to go. I did not expect that I needed to use a skyscraper, but I loved it, and it was quite logical as the next step. Thank you so much, Amber. I enjoyed that puzzle. It was fun to work through. For those who are watching, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to Smart Hobbies. Don't miss any new content. Come back every day in February, and I'll give you a new video. If you can't wait that long, check out these other videos from my channel. Thank you all so much for watching.